Scorpio, this is your card for the last week of March. Wow. I feel like you got this card recently. This is a planet in a sign that it is debilitated in. Saturn and Leo. It's kind of like you want things to be fun, but they're not. So whatever this is that you're trying to create, you've got to think about how to make it more useful. You need to think about how it's going to be more attractive. You've got to think about what it is that you are trying to get people to see that is special about this thing or you. Because if you're just doing stuff and there isn't a focus on what's great about the stuff you're doing, no one will think that it's great. Does that make sense? So you have to know what's great so that other people can see what's great, right? This talks about a missing piece of the puzzle. You're working things out. You're learning your lessons. You might have to readjust. You don't want to, but you might have to. You know what I mean? This is a 5, which is fixed. It's Leo, which is fixed. And it's Saturn in Leo, and Saturn rules Aquarius, which is fixed. But it also is talking about, your level of understanding, your level of consciousness as to what is actually happening around you. Because it's related to the Hierophant, okay? You can't subscribe to things that don't work. You can't just force something to work that does not work. Right? I mean, who am I saying this to? You're going to try to. But, this could be a project too. Right? Because it's talking about action, right? You might be feeling stuck in a project. Or you might be feeling like there isn't any movement happening. Restricted. You're feeling restricted in terms of what you can create. What you can make, possible right now. And it could have to do with business. It could have to do with work. All right. It could also have to do with family too. Maybe there's some serious stuff going on with family for some of you guys. The 5th house, Pluto is exalted there. And then I've heard other people say that Neptune is exalted there. Which is so crazy to even say both of those things right after the other. But it is talking about creativity, like Neptune would be. And what is being allowed to be created, right? Because Neptune doesn't want to be restricted, like Leo doesn't want to be restricted. But Saturn does restrict Leo, right? Being that it is also... Saturn does not necessarily want to be in Leo. It wants to be in Aquarius, which is why it is debilitated there. But, it doesn't want to be restricted. Leo doesn't want to be. Saturn restricts it, right? But we're trying to think of different ways that we can do the same thing, right? So you can still be trying to get to the point that you were trying to get to, the same conclusion, but how you're getting there might have to change. Or what you believed would work may not work. What you wanted to do may not be what you have to do. You see what I mean? Show me how.